always, it's the opposite. Which totally confused me.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our fourth Wildlife Ambassador Program Live. Thank you for joining us. And today we want to introduce ourselves. I am Aurora McNabb and Dr. Isabelle, and we have here Maximilian Ram, who will be joining us and will be doing a presentation on health. Stay tuned, and before we start, we want to share a YouTube video, and we want to give credit to the artist Basie, who made a song of One Health. So we're gonna play that now and enjoy our music before we start our live.
Try
All right. So that was our One Health Day C artist. So we want to jump into our One Health presentation made from Maximilian. So we're going to do that now.
Good day, everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Max Ram, and I'll be presenting today on behalf of the Belize Wildlife Referral Clinic. Today, I'll be teaching you guys about the One Health concept and zoonosis. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start off with what is One Health? One Health is an integrated and unifying approach that aims to sustainably balance and optimize the health of people, animals, and ecosystems. This is the definition that the World Health Organization has given to us post-COVID, as COVID, as you will see, was a very important One Health risk that really woke us up a lot about the importance of this concept. So, what this definition means is that it's a multidisciplinary field which relies on a balance of work between the human health field, the veterinary field, and environmental science. So challenges posed to any one of these three different fields can adversely affect the other two. An example of this would be, say we have unclean surroundings, we're disposing of our garbage improperly. This then attracts rats, which affects the animals, and also introduces the threat of zoonotic diseases to us, so it directly affects our own health. So here we see a degradation across multiple fields. So the goal of this concept will be coexistence and balance between ourselves, our environment, and the creatures that inhabit it. And this is only done by, like it says, a lot of balance between these different fields. All right. So what are zoonotic diseases? Zoonotic diseases, or zoonosis, are diseases that can be passed between species. So these are diseases that humans can get from animals, or that animals can pass along to one another. Can you guys think of any of these diseases? We have a number of them here in Belize. Some very common ones that we hear about are some such as malaria, dengue, less so chikungunya. We had COVID, which was a zoonotic disease as well, and many, many others. So as it turns out, more than half of the infectious diseases that are now emerging in the world are coming from inappropriate wildlife contact. So this is either from illegal pet trade, from hunting, or other forms of inappropriate contact. And they do carry a high potential to become pandemics, as we saw with the COVID-19 disease, as well as Ebola and currently the avian influenza affecting the US. So these diseases can really spread quickly and are of high risk to us. So a whole other field under zoonotic diseases would be our vector-borne diseases. Many of the zoonotic infectious diseases that we encounter are what we consider to be vector-borne. So this means that they are carried by a host, which is unaffected by them, but then through parasitism, such as a mosquito biting us or a tick, we can then contract these diseases. Some of the more common ones that we hear about here in Belize would be malaria and dengue, which I mentioned, chikungunya, Luckily, we don't have yellow fever here anymore, but it was a very bad one in the 1950s, which both affected human populations here in Belize and wiped out almost our entire howler monkey population. And now we move on to the challenges that the One Health concept seeks to tackle. The scope of challenges is super wide, as this is such a multidisciplinary field, and there are quite a few great impacts that we can have by all adopting this concept into our lives. So some of the major improvements that would be possible in our own communities through this approach could be increased food safety and environmental monitoring, better monitoring and control of zoonotic diseases, reduced antibiotic resistance or antimicrobial resistance, which is also an issue we face here in Belize due to the improper usage of antibiotics, and improved animal welfare and farming practices could also get better by seeing more healthy situations for them to be living in and addressing these infectious diseases. Like at the moment, we have an outbreak of the New World screwworm, which is quite a rough infectious parasite or zoonotic parasite that we don't want to get well established here in Belize. And also the raised awareness and enforcement of wildlife laws. So we can see that there are quite a number of benefits of adopting this. And that takes me into my next slide. So this brings me to who should advocate for One Health. It's an extremely multidisciplinary field, and it can involve people from all different walks of life. While veterinarians have been aware of this field for a very long time and of this concept, it requires everyone to play their role. This includes everyone from law enforcement officials and park rangers to our policymakers making the right rules to protect our wildlife and ourselves, and even down to our pet owners and farmers to be very vigilant in spotting threats to One Health here in Belize. For example, which I mentioned just now, we have the New World screwworm, which everyone should be monitoring their cattle for at this point. And also scientists and medical groups can play their role in helping us to attain this One Health balance here in Belize. So each of us can play our role. It's just a matter of figuring out in what way you can do so in your daily life. So what can we as individuals do to promote the One Health concept? There are many things that each and every one of us can do to both adopt this concept and to promote it in our communities. Spreading awareness is of crucial importance because each one teach one can really carry this concept a very long way. Promoting eco-conscious practices is also very, very important, and just getting the whole One Health concept as a mindset of ours here in Belize. And simple practices like practicing proper hygiene, food safety, taking antibiotics when and how they are prescribed to prevent antimicrobial resistance. And many other little things in your day-to-day life. If you have your pets or livestock or anything like this, or even wildlife in your area behaving out of character, you can always contact us here at BWRC and we will be happy to guide you in the right direction. And of course, participating in programs like BWRC's Wildlife Ambassador Program can really help to raise awareness and make more ambassadors to spread these important messages across our communities and to stimulate the needed changes. And this now brings me into our final slide. If anyone has any questions or answers, now you can send them into our chat and we'll be happy to answer those. Otherwise, remember that if you do have any concerns or One Health risks in your community, you can always contact BWRC's hotline at the number provided here, 501-615-5159. And I do thank you greatly for your interest in BWRC's work and the Wildlife Ambassador Program, as well as the One Health concept, which we all need to adopt. And I'd like to leave you on one final question of what can we all do, or what can you do in your day-to-day life to promote the One Health concept? Thank you.
So yes, that was Maximilian's presentation, and
All right, I hope you guys all enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for watching. And as I mentioned there's a lot that each and every one of us can do to promote this One Health concept. And I would like to ask all of you watching to try and think of ways that you can incorporate it into your daily lives. And also to spread awareness and tell others about these ideas that you come up with. Spread the word, and we can all help to promote this wonderful concept and make our environment, our own health, and the health of our animals around us a little bit better.
yeah. So again, we want to mention about our poster contest. Team One Health, balancing human, animal, and environmental health. Why animal and environmental health matters to human health. So we have opened this competition for anyone who wants to join us. We want to invite teachers, students, anyone who is willing to join this contest. And Dr. Isabelle did an example of how you can make your own poster and share with us. We also have prizes for first place, second, and third. So for first place, you win $100 plus t-shirt and wristbands plus your design will be used and distributed nationwide under the Wildlife Ambassador Program. And this will be promoted through our social media pages as well. Second and third wins a t-shirt and wristbands, and we will also promote your art through our BWRC social media pages. So we're going to show you the One Health poster that Dr. Isabelle made. And yeah, so just like how this one was made, you can also participate in the poster contest.
And you can steal my idea too, because I'm not participating.
So yes, this is that maybe Dr. Isabelle wants to give a little input on this.
Okay, so it's both images.
They're like a slideshow.
Because in the video I did explain it. I'm not sure if you have the...
Yeah, so let's play the video. You might have to rotate your phone for this one.
Hello there, and thanks for your interest. This is a very quick example for the poster contest for the Wildlife Ambassador Program with a quick idea. So this could be a poster where we have a traffic sign in the center there that says slow down. We have our One Health logo with the 3 circles for environment, humans, and animals. And the topic chosen here is road traffic accidents, which do connect us all and affect us all. And we just have a little sketch here of some cars racing. We have pregnant lady and some kids playing by the road, and a bicyclist with an animal about to cross back there in the distance. We have a tapir coming out of the forest trying to cross the road, and the message for this poster would be to slow down and save lives. Just an idea to explain a little bit of what we are thinking about. Feel free to contact us with any questions, and we look forward to hearing from you.
This one can be added on a video, so I can show it on an image.
great. I can explain it too, but I have a short video on that one too. That was the one that I just put up yesterday. Sorry about that.
So yes, we can
Yeah.
So Dr. Isabel will give a brief
Yeah, if you can leave it on the image, the video really helps because I zoom in a little bit too, because we want just the other image. Or if you can go to our Facebook page, because I shared it on there yesterday on Instagram and Facebook. And if we can play it from there, then that works. And then you go to our page and then that's our live. Yes.
So let us know if you can hear us. This is a brief. So yes, that was a brief presentation about what Dr. Isabel made, talking about how you can participate in the poster contest.
Let us know if you have any questions or suggestions. And please participate.
So we also want to talk about New World screwworm. This is an important topic for us to share with our audience. And Dr. Isabel, do you want to?
So yes, I guess it is a continuing topic, and we have the little map image that you could share that shows last week's report. Those of you who have followed us for a while, or maybe even since last year, know that we have been talking about this zoonotic parasite for a while, it being on our doorsteps, and it finally reached with the first case in December last year. And sadly, as of last week, it is no longer confined just to the southern parts of Belize, but it is now in all districts with first cases showing up. So that's the bad news. Screwworm is going to spread potentially even more, and what's most important is to be aware of it and to prevent it from spreading any further. If you look at the map here, you can see that Toledo is still the worst affected, but as said, cases have now spread up north. And what you should remember about the biology of this fly is that one fly can lay up to 300 or more eggs that will spend only about 7 days in a wound before they hatch and then pupate and turn into more flies, again laying over 300 eggs each, leading to the exponential spread. For prevention, most important is to check your animals regularly for any wounds, because this fly is attracted by blood, and if there are no wounds, then the fly really doesn't have as much of a chance to get a hold on our animals. Any wounds that you see should be treated. Again, taking away the breeding ground for this fly. The first thing you should do when you suspect having a case of screwworm that you are seeing is call it in and report it. The authority is the Belize Agricultural Health Authority. This is a reportable disease, so the first recommendation is to call in any suspicions still at this time. I don't know, Aurora, can you share the Baja flyer? So again, we encourage you to ask any questions you may have. I know this is repetitive for those who have already heard about it, but it is just important to be aware that this should be reported, prevented, and treated as quick as possible to not allow it to reach the thousands and 10,000 cases as it now has in Panama, where this first started reappearing about 3 years ago after it had been regionally eradicated for 30 years. What else did I want to mention? We did want to mention the name of this fly. It's a pretty funky name, Cochleomia hominivorax, and its last name means man-eating. Obviously, we're talking about zoonotic diseases always in our live events, and this is a zoonotic disease, and it is of special concern that it will not only affect our livestock and our domestic animals and our wildlife, but it can also affect us humans. And without proper recognition and treatment, it can be fatal to each and all of us. So that's my 3-minute brief introduction to New World screwworm. If you look at the poster, you can see what these maggots look like. They look like other botflies. They are by size smaller than the average botfly that many of you may be familiar with. And they are often in larger numbers, because for a botfly you will find 1, 2, or a few, but for this the infestations can literally be in the hundreds. Sometimes you will detect this infestation by the smell, a very bad smell of rotten tissue. And also on the flyer you can see pictures of the fly. It looks like many other flies. We have the phone number for Baja on the flyer, correct? See that properly?
But I can also say it out loud, the phone number. So Baja's number to report any New World screwworm case or suspected New World screwworm case can be reached at 824-4872. I'm gonna repeat that again. 824-4872. So yes, you can reach out to Baja and they will be assisting you guys. So yes, please remember that if you see or encounter any worm and you're not sure, please report, and Baja will be able to assist you by identifying if it's a New World screwworm or just a maggot.
Yeah.
So,
And if you see any cases of wildlife, so currently what has been reported are cases in livestock, cattle, pig, and dog. The vast majority being cattle. But this is a disease of all species. So if you are seeing something out in the wild on wildlife, please take pictures and send them in to us. Very likely we will be unable to capture free-ranging wildlife, but we still want to know, and if there is a possible for follow-up, then we will certainly do that. Um,
so yeah. So please, this can also affect us. So once you report, you're helping by controlling this neurospore. We also want to share a One Health video, the One Health Commission video, so you guys can be aware of what is happening. So what's this one? What's this one? This one. It's a bit bigger. So when you're here.
not the speaking, that's the computer's microphone to compare the.
All right, so that was a small video about our One Health Commission website that you can also check out, and you will be able to find not only that video but many other videos that you can see on the One Health Commission website. We also want to announce that we have successfully completed another Wildlife Ambassador Program workshop, this time with police officers, and it's the first group of police officers under the phase 2 of this program. And we want to congratulate all 19 police officers who were certified. And here's a picture where all our police officers joined this program, and we want to thank our facilitators and also our police officers who joined this intense 2 days program. We want to thank you guys.
And a quick shout out to the new recruits who are not in the picture and didn't complete the program, but participated a little bit, despite being rather tired after the first day of the job on the streets.
Yeah. So this is a picture of our first group of police officers. Is there any other thing you want to? All right. So we want to also talk about the Mayan Mountain Ultra Challenge Marathon that we are having.
We had a quiz question. We had a quiz question.
Did I know?
Yes, if we want to give people any chance to answer, because we have only 10, 15 minutes left.
So yes, we have quiz question for if you were listening, you will be able to answer our questions. Yeah, so we have 2 questions here. Max, you want to read them out?
All right, so first off, we want to know what is the name of the fly that causes the New World screwworm infection? So what is the carrier for this zoonosis? And secondly, what should we do in case we suspect a New World screwworm infection? So if you guys could please drop your responses into the comment box, we would Greatly appreciate that.
And we'll hand out a t-shirt.
And we might even hand out a t-shirt for any
For pickup. For pickup.
for pickup for any good responses.
Correct ones.
So the first person with the right answer will be winning a t-shirt. You must be able to pick up here at our clinic, mile 60 George Price Highway. Anyone?
So in the meantime, while you think about this, we can maybe talk about the ultra marathon, no? So again, the question is, what is the name of the fly that causes the screwworm infection? And what should you do when you have any suspicion of a New World screwworm infection? And
Here's the flyer for the Maya Mountain Ultra Challenge Marathon. The dates are the 18th to the 22nd of June. And here we show the
so there's a little QR code on there that will take you to the registration page. So you should be able to scan that with your phone. Updates from our recent reconnaissance are that we have now mapped the route and determined the distances. We have the option to do the full challenge with 4 days, to do the half challenge with 2 days. So the 4 days are 228 kilometers, more or less, so a little over 220. The 2 days are 110 kilometers. And there's also the option to do the mini challenge, which is 1 day with around about 60 plus kilometers. So each day is a bit of an ultra marathon, and yeah, we hope you will join us. Find more information on our social media, as well as on its own event page. And the email address is also on here, where you can contact us with any more questions. Of course, we need more sponsors still, because what this is, it's an ultra challenge, but it's also an ultra challenge for a fundraiser to help us raise the last needed funds to build our permanent facility for the BWRC. Where is it? It's in the mountain pine ridge mostly, but it also includes Elichopanti National Park. And it 1 day turns around at 1,000 Footfalls. We will also reach Baldy Beacon and have about 20 different attractions of that area that the race loops through over those 4 days, from waterfalls to caves, and more. So that's a short spiel on the Maya Mountain Ultra Challenge. And again, reach out via email or phone and ask away. We hope to see you there. And back to our quiz question. Did we get anybody to participate?
So yes, guys, you can participate and win a t-shirt. So if you are able to answer those questions, you can win yourself a nice t-shirt from us. Nobody?
Again, guys, the question is, what is the name of the fly which causes the New World screwworm infections, and what should you do in case you suspect any of these New World screwworm infections? First reply in the comments does get a free t-shirt here from BWRC for pickup.
And did we have any other points that we wanted to share? Or more videos that we wanted to share? In my mind, no. So otherwise, people can also put it in the chat afterwards. That is certainly a possibility.
Yeah, so we will also be having another workshop scheduled for this weekend, and it's gonna be the yes, so the Scout Association is joining us. It's gonna be a big group, and we hope to have some nice, productive day. Hope it's not gonna be too hot for us. So yes, and if you are interested in a workshop or join us, you can pre-register. Send us a message and let us know that you're interested, and then we are gonna accommodate you to whichever workshop we plan ahead, and we will let you know if you can join us or if you can join us on our future workshops. So yes. Has anyone been able to answer our quiz question? If no one answers, then are we finished? Something?
I think we got it. I think most of what they wanted to share for today. That is all prepared. Go.
So we want to thank you guys for joining our live. Remember that every month we have a live schedule. So follow us on our Facebook page so that you can see which date we are going to have our live, so you can join us and win prizes if you answer our quiz correctly. So we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Do you guys want to say any other thing before we leave? No.
Thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing more information with you guys before long here.
Yeah, I second or third that. Thanks so much, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye bye.